Hey folks, Rob back for another Rob Plays, and this week we have the Spectrum out again, and I'm looking at Moon Alert, developed by Ken Farmer Jon Mayers and published by Ocean Software in 1984. Now, you might think this might not be a top tier kind of game like that I'd show here, but you know what? It's kind of interesting in its own way, and we'll show you why. So, press enter. Oops, spare state. Sinclair interface 2. No. Number of players 1. Alright. Okay, that is not going to work. Which means we're on keyboard for this one. So, it's Moon Patrol clone. Yes. And you're basically... Your fighter crashes on the surface of the moon, and you're tasked with making your way back to home base. Which sounds pretty simple enough as is. But what I like is really this level. So compared to Moon Patrol, Moon Patrol's level is always flat, The only obstacles the only time you really have to worry about jumping is when there's a hole in the ground like that. But here, you've already seen it. You've got the elevation differences where you have to jump to make it up, down to a low level and up to a high level. And I actually think that's a really cool little twist. Now, the other thing I would love to have shown is to have a car on micro speech so you could hear the speech effects. I don't know what they sound like. I just know there's speech because it said it on the screen. No emulator I have access to actually supports the hardware, so I haven't even been able to check it out in emulation. There we go. Now we've got the sources appearing. Like any good Moon Patrol clone, you've got your sources. As always, 3 types. These are the simple ones, and there's the other simple type as well. And I think it's the ones that will damage the landscape are green. So we've got yellow ones, which are pretty straightforward. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Whew. More yellow ones causing trouble. Now, I'm not a big fan of the flickering graphics. I think that's really distracting. And it also means, at least for me and my TV as I'm viewing this now, that the bullets tend to be a little hard to see. Now, these are the suckers we got to... No, these are the suckers that are fine. It's the white ones. My mistake. That was close. Couldn't even be sure that I could see that. Ooh, nice jump there. And section D is where I usually mess up, so let's be careful. I have to admit, this is the first time I've actually sat down to play a game. Oh! On the Spectrum using the rubber keyboard. Yeah, most of the time I've always used the joystick, and I've got the joystick interface wired up as I speak. On the back of my Divide, and I much prefer that, to be honest, because I grew up with joysticks. Ooh, over? Yes. More yellow sources. Making it. I think there's it's got to be lots of sectors. I don't even know if I'm going to get that far. I'm usually not that great at Moon Patrol anyway. Section E. I'll tell you, surprised at how responsive the Spectrum keyboard is. Now, here are the ones that are going to drop holes in the landscape. So let's jump. I actually like this enemy structure. The fact that they're sort of appearing a little more often. Oh, okay. I think I'm free of them. No, I thought I was going to be free of them. Still not. Alright, I think we completed the first stage. That's a bit copyright infringing. I mean, it opens up with Ride of the Valkyries. I think I skipped that when I booted it up. But the Indiana Jones theme, that doesn't quite fit, if you ask me. Oh wow, that's one of those giant rocks. Really, the addition of the little ones that you can't shoot at all unless you lower them is a bit... Yeah, I'm a bit so-and-so on that one. Because I like the idea that... Oh, game over. I'm going to give this another go just because my first play was so rubbish. Alright, number of players. One player. Okay, let's try this again. See if we can get further this time. Truth be told, there was Moon Patrol planned. Tarasoft were doing a home version for the Spectrum, as they did with a few other games, and that, I think, was, post-crash canned. Although, like some of the other games they did, it got survived and is floating around World of Spectrum. I had a quick play of it, and the graphics are smaller than this. I think it flickers less. But by goodness, hearing the Moon Patrol theme repeated through the Spectrum speaker, bit more painful than one would like to admit. Alright. But yeah, so this is sort of why I wanted to show this guy, because I don't think I've seen anything on it online, like video-wise. And, it was always showing some little early bit of history, There are a lot of early Moon Patrol clones that were kind of crap. This one's actually half decent. Whew, that was close. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised when I actually gave this a whirl. So let's keep going. That's a bit iffy. It just switched sprites without them all being destroyed. Okay. Well, it's an early title, so I guess I can't complain too much. Yes, yes, yes. D. Oh, jumped a little too early there. Oh. Alright. Terrible, aren't I? Come on, let's do this. I hate that little delay. It's a little too long for my liking, personally. Yeah, we messed that one up. Last life. I'll call it a wrap after this. There's not much more to say, really. It's Moon Patrol on the Spectrum. Kind of nicer than the unreleased official conversion. And I guess it's worth checking out. The reason I got this was not deliberate. It was just so happened that I put a, one of those really low bids when I bid for some other stuff quite a while ago. And I was like, oh well, I want it. I can't complain, really. Like I said, it's an alright conversion for the time. An alright clone. And probably better than the official conversion, to be honest. Let's do this. And yeah, I'm still surprised the humble 48k rubber keys is actually usable. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a comment or a thumbs up. I know I say it all the time, it probably sounds like a broken record, but they really help. Help the work get out there and help more people come and watch these and enjoy. I will be back next week as always with another review. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.